ko lang sasabihin ko mga pre. And welcome back sa aking channel. Live tayo ulit. Genshin Impact ulit. Okay, ako na. Nag-farm ako ng artifacts. Tapos siguro napanood nyo naman yung last. Well, ako. Explore ko na yung Dragonspine. Mag-e-explore lang ulit tayo. Hindi, gagawin na pala natin yung mission ni Albedo. Yung isa. Mag-heal lang tayo ng saglit. Pwede natin gawin yung commissions muna. Tapos kailangan ko ng Northlander Pole Arm Prototype. Yun. Para sa Dragon Spear ba yun? Expeditions muna. Pwede tayo mag-commissions. Depende kung trip ko mag-commissions ngayon. Punuin natin expedition kasi wala na talaga tayong pagkain na ubos.
Add as
Tama. Sino sinag dito? Sword prototype yun.
Ancient alchemy truly is fascinating.
Commissions na muna tayo. Belated Merry Christmas pala. Kahit wala kami Pasko. Ayos ko ito.
Stabilize!
Okay.
back at you.
Solidified! Stabilize.
Huh, I'm here. Think you can bully me? Hey! Down!
Back off!
Gather.
Ginamit sa bedo ko. Punta na naman sa statue. Wait. Buhay naman ka ng dots. Sige, sakyan na lang natin to para masaya.
Back at ya!
Kasi nga, paano makat doon? Magic.
Eyes on me!
Ah, napindot ko.
Take this!
Di marunong maglaro ito. Gusto na ako. Ba't mo nga isa ito? Pindot ko kayo.
Solidify.
Ah, mali ako. Oh, gusto na. Lang. Okay na. Okay. Wala. Saan ba? Saan ba maganda? Ah, dito lang tayo sa ano? Right.
Just what is that?
May abyss mage doon. Ayan natin ang abyss mage.
Gather.
Ah, mali yata dinaan. Naku po, mali nga. Gal. Salamat. Salamat. Wala tayong pagkain. Ubos. Si Char, pati si Borey. Kasi walang awang akong pinapatay. Mamatay ka na. Next commission. Ha? Nagawa mo dyan. Navigate. Map. Teleport. Tagal na ako hindi nagbo-boss eh. Puro ako mission. Gawin natin yung mission ni
Adventure time.
gawin natin yung mission ni ng Dragonspine. Tapos yung kay BNP. Sabi tapos lang pala. Nakita na agad ako. Oh my. Oh, okay.
Solidify!
Back off.
Stabilize!
Kuha ako.
Back at ya. Take this.
Tira! Out na ako. Friendship level 5 na tayo. Okay. Hindi natin naalis si Beidou sa ating lineup kasi siya yung main damage natin. May plano, pero hindi pa ngayon. Maganda pa ang kawan ni Beidou sa atin. May sira yata sa utak ng bata na to. Saan yung villager scam? Doon ako papunta eh, hindi naman dito. Okay. So, hola, mohemi ni nyeho. Nye mo siapa? Papatuloy na natin ang Dragonspine. Tuloy ang ating expedition doon. Kaya ako na magandang hydro. Ba't ako gumawa ng jump? Wait, what? Ako pagkagamitan ako ng jump. Ito. Razor lang sa kalam. Pagkain tayo. Can I get to go top? Tama.
Add up.
Thank you. Salamat. Hindi, ito. Ito kailangan ko ng, Northlander pole arm prototype. Pwede na naman, pero ayoko. Pero hero suit. Kailangan ko ng hero suit. Head for the secret chamber to search for journals. Sorry muna tayo ang Dragon Gems. Level 4 na yung frostbearing tree natin, mga lodi cakes. Ano lang, mga 4 pa. Tapos nag-fish ako, nakuha ko lang is weapon na naman nadamot sa miHoYo. Ay, ay. Albedo. Physical damage. Ano ito? Gimmick special dish. Para kay Beidou. Ayan pala.
Albedo!
Why are you here? Are you lost?
No, we're not.
Sucrose is conditioned as appropriate for secrets. Sucrose says that it's an unspeakable secret.
A secret?
Hey, what are you doing? Our mission calls for a delicate approach. Sure, but still.
Actually, you've arrived at just the right moment. I have business with you too, in fact. Here, catch.
Huh? What's this?
As you can see, it is a sword. I did not make the sword. However, I did add some alchemical touches to it.
So
Would you like to try it out?
Yes.
My research indicates that this sword has some unique properties. Only you can use it. But I need to gather data from it quite urgently. So, could I bother you to use it in battle?
Wait a second. How can there be a sword that only one person can use?
Very astute of you. This sword has indeed had a curse laid upon it. An ordinary person would be unable to wield it at all. However, you are an exception.
Huh?
Or perhaps I should say that only you are immune to the curse. As such, who could I find to help me if not you? We gain little from saying more. Go find some monsters nearby. After all, some things are best discovered through practice.
Okay. Receive a weapon is not XP during the bonus during the event. Best from the side. Level 1 pa lang. Yawa. Parang gusto ko 1.5 yun. Maganda yun. Healthy yun, healthy. Akin na lang ba ba? Hindi ako nagreklamo. So, akin na lang maganda. Kasi energy recharge siya. Pwede ko ilagay kay Bennett. Ako po. Isid na natin para maganda. Bilis natin mag ano. Actually, bawasan natin. Ang wala ko apat, kainis. Okay, Bennett.
Oh, ow! What is that?
This is level 40 and this is the next weapon is level 50. Bone sword, white sword. Bone sword 34, 39. This is okay. I crit reach. Okay lang. Okay, maganda yung sword.
I'm wrong.
Okay, okay. Ayun nga pala, may nakita ako dito habang kinukuha ko yung ano yun, yung mga dragon. Dyan natin ito. The heck? Saan nga ba to? Ang daming nalula. May nakita ko parang hindi, sabi nung ano, habang ginagawa ko to, ano ba, para daw ba siyang puso dito. It's warm here. Mainit dito. Tata, diba? May tibok. Huh? What are you?
Back off!
Huh? Buhay pa to? Dragonspine. Dragon ba to? Okay. Nung nag-boss fight time siya, alam ko na yung nangyayari doon. Pero ito, bago to. Wala akong idea kung anong meron dito. Kasi ayoko nang ma-spoil. Isa dyan, nagyayabang. Wala siya dito. Humalo na ako ngayon, mga Lodi Pages. Okay.
How about those over there?
Paimon still has a bad feeling about this.
Out of the way!
Gather.
Back at ya!
Wala pa naman ginagawa mo.
Adventure time! Get out of here! Take cover!
Gather.
Out of the way!
Solidify.
Take cover!
Over here. It's with this brat. Give it back, you thief.
Treasure hoarders? There are treasure hoarders in a place this cold?
Enough talk. Hand it over.
Watch out!
Bahamak talaga tong isa na to. Wow. Nakakuha niya.
Stabilize.
Okay.
Back at ya!
Oh, late. Ay, early.
Direct assault!
Such a... Solidify. The hunter.
Out of the way!
Bastard!
Get out of here! Out of the way!
Another
Patay
test
tayo
subject.
dyan.
Suffocate. That cross.
Okay.
Suffocate. Suffocate. Have a little taste. Suffocate.
Bastard!
Okay, ano kaya?
I got careless.
Now that's rich! Treasure hoarders calling us thieves?
They certainly arrived quickly. Goodness, no.
They seem to have been talking about
Why are you looking at me like that? Of course I didn't steal this sword. Not long ago, the knights caught a band of treasure hoarders outside the city. The goods they were smuggling were also impounded.
Kinuha ko.
This sword was one of those items. We believed it to be stolen plunder, but no one came to claim it. Nor could we find out where it came from, so it languished in our stores. I noticed it quite by chance while in our storehouse. To tell you the truth, such an old sword would see little use outside of alchemy.
You claimed it for yourself? Just like that? So, then what happened? You just took it with you?
Indeed. And I initially intended to perform some experiments on it, but I unexpectedly discovered its true origins in the process. This ancient-looking weapon once passed through the hands of a now-deceased blacksmith. It is a legendary, magical sword.
A magical sword?
4-star lang.
It is said that the smith vanished not long after creating the weapon, with the weapon subsequently becoming lost to time. Working backwards from its eventual fate as plunder, one can guess that it was then stolen by the treasure hoarders, where it remained in obscurity till recently.
The blacksmith who made this weapon disappeared? That's kinda spooky. No wonder it's cursed.
Exactly. Do you know the story of Durin in this mountain? Durin was the black dragon who menaced Mondstadt, before finally being defeated by the combined efforts of Dvalin and the Animo Archon Barbados. After a fierce battle, the vanquished Durin crashed to ruin here, falling into the thick snow. Snow gathers atop this mountain and never melts, which is a most curious phenomenon. Which leads one to wonder, was Durin's fall here purely by chance, or was it intent?
Could it really have been intent?
Perhaps this place was chosen as a gravesite precisely so that the snow's power could seal the corrosive toxin coming from Durin's body. It seems plausible that Barbados would think of such a method.
Huh. Was Barbados such a capable god?
Well, these are just my postulations. I don't have any evidence. But what's for certain is that this mountain and Durin are deeply intertwined. In fact, I believe that the very sword in your hand has Durin's remains in it.
A dragon's remains?
Indeed. The dragon's eyes, claws, and scales ground into dust before being used to coat the blade. In this way, Durin's corruption and venom entered into the sword and became the source of its power. This is very advanced craftsmanship. I presume that having successfully forged the weapon, the smith must have tried it out themselves in their joy. But using the sword in battle would have allowed the corruption to seep through the blade's handle and into their bodies. Ordinary mortals cannot withstand such power. The blacksmith must then have fled, driven mad by the curse, before meeting their end in some unknown place. You've purified Dvalin's tears before, which is a very rare ability indeed. This ability has protected you from being corrupted or poisoned, and you can completely eliminate their effects, which is why you and only you can properly wield this sword.
Still, this sword really is huge. Yikes! It's glowing!
As far as I'm concerned, this is where the real experiment begins. This sword is still very weak at present. However, it is able to absorb energy, and through that, it is able to constantly become stronger. In some sense, you could even say that it is a living thing. Well then, traveler, adventure with it to your heart's content. I need you to help it grow. I believe that we will soon have all the proof that we need.
Oh my. Click na agad. Wala bang acto dyan? Ah, ngayon lang yan. Dapat pala ginawa ko na agad. Ito, 60. Ano yung rhyme word fragment? So, XP bonus. Dragonspine, Dragonspine region. Wait, what? Complete all the following challenges to activate the new ability. Ano yung rhyme word fragments? Ah, yung mga blue. for a moment. Yung mga blue, okay, kailangan natin pumatay ng pumatay ng pumatay. Huh. Mababa
Let's
pala
go find
to
some
eh.
treasure.
Doon sa base sila. Okay. Mababa pala to. Hindi ko lang napusan. Kakainis. Albedo! Wala ko lang pumatay ng ano. Yung parang doon pa. Parang doon pala yun. Ng araw na lang. Mukhang malilate tayo ah. January 6. Okay lang. January 6 pa pala. Albedo!
Albedo!
You're back.
We've been working hard on the sword, you know. Check it out!
Indeed. It is as I thought. This sword grows stronger as you use it in battle.
Okay lang yung
I thought that only applied to people.
And that's precisely what makes it special. Ah, yes. I should mention the more important matter first. I've investigated the area nearby, and I've discovered some unusual signs.
It's not more thieves, is it? That's true.
I believe that these strange traces require investigation. Whether it be thieves or something else, we shall investigate, and we shall find out.
Okay. Saan tayo? Dragonspine. Sabihin doon sa baba na pinuntahan natin kanina kasi ako matatwa. Okay, nakuha natin yan. Okay, dito. Tama. Treasure location. Come on. Okay.
Lots of human activity here, that's for sure. Looks like more than one person, too. So they have a camp here. Huh. Here to steal, just as usual.
And would be rather convenient to rob adventurers who come up here, yes.
It's survival of the fittest here on this mountain, huh? All that stealing, though, and still every last one of them still poor as dirt. Anyone who calls us thieves gets no pity from Paimon.
Who's that? Who are these sniveling sneaks snooping around our camp?
Ah, we're busted!
Okay. Umay. Ayun na naman.
Fry! Fry!
Get out of here! Adventure time!
Solidify! Fry! Fry! I got careless. You're open!
Get out of here!
Fry!
Adventure time!
troublesome. Stabilize. You're open. Fry. Picked. Solidify. Such a pain. This is order. Solidify.
Back at ya.
Jab and cross.
What are the Fatui doing here? And those treasure hoarders look just as confused as we do, too.
Excuse me?
Put your back into it. Killjoy. We've only just begun. That all you got? You can't run. Flash. Well, be a killjoy. We've only just begun.
To ashes.
Solidify. I see through you. You can't run. Well, don't be a killjoy. We've only just begun.
Think you can bully me? Can't handle your drink. Think you can bully me?
No, you got it. You can't run. Well, don't be a killjoy. We've only just solidify. You can't run. Well, I will have order. Gather.
Oh, go on, see?
Put your back into it. I see through you. Don't be a killjoy. We've only just begun.
Excuse me!
You can't run. Well, don't be a killjoy. We've only just begun.
Off we go.
It's time for a flash-free shield to the bone. You can't run.
Goro?
Through that silver. Oh,
Wala ako sa ginagawa ko dito.
adventure time.
Don't be a killjoy. We've only just begun.
Off we go.
It's no problem. Get it together.
Everybody stand back.
Freshness preserved.
Take this.
You can't run. Well, I see through you.
Hirap patay ng mga to ah.
That all you got? Don't be a killjoy. We've only
Couldn't break the curse.
flash free. You can't run. Well, I see through you. just begun.
You can bully me!
Ah, bakit nagigil?
Can't run.
Healer ka ba, Lord? Mamatay ka na.
Solidify.
You! Think you can bully me?
Healer ka ba?
Stabilize. Break you.
Tapos pwede mo patay pa.
Killjoy. We've only just begun.
Back off!
This is bad. And get it together. Gather. We come back into it.
Healer ka, talot ko.
We can't run. Well, try. Gather.
Sayonara special! Let's go, let's go!
We're not going anywhere. Don't be a killjoy. Stabilize. We've just begun.
Power the desert python!
Patay na ba?
Solidify. Frozen. I will have order.
Back off!
Kaya ka lang healer.
You can't run. Well, stabilize. This isn't over. It's time to flash free. Is that all you got? Solidify. Don't be a killjoy. We've only just begun.
Out of the way!
You can't run. Well, neither can I.
Tama.
Miscalculated.
Off we go!
Going in!
Yeah. Gather.
Back at ya!
May isa ba? Ah, mamamatay na ako.
The Fatui. And they chose to attack us within the treasure hoarders camp. Did they follow us here?
Why would they do that? Did you go rile them up while we weren't looking?
Did you?
Maybe it's something we all did then.
I think the Fatui are looking for this sword.
Weren't you keeping the sword super secret? How did they know it existed?
Perhaps they caught sight of you using it on the mountain. If their eyes are any good, they'll definitely have seen how this sword stands out from the rest.
They really want everything, don't they?
Not quite, no. The Fatui are collecting things related to the Archons. This, I believe, is known to you.
Huh. Now that you mention it, we did hear Master D-Luke say that.
Durin is the sworn enemy of the Animo Archon, and had power comparable to his. To say that it could rival the Archons, or was related to them, neither is an overstatement.
So that's how it is.
I made a new discovery while sketching nearby. There's an area up ahead that's quite remarkable. Its ley lines flow differently from any other. Nearby monsters have been attracted to it and have fallen under its influence. As a result, their constitutions have come to far surpass others of the same kind.
That seems convenient. Well, we're here to help this sword grow, aren't we? Might as well go try it out on those monsters.
Precisely my intention. Oh, and do remember to observe how various enemies affect the sword differently while you're at it, please.
Ranger team,
Saan mo ako dadalhin eh?
Solidify!
So how did it feel?
I have a hypothesis concerning this. Each time this sword absorbs power from the bodies of fallen enemies, it will resonate with Durin's remains, hidden somewhere on this mountain.
Holy moly, that sounds amazing!
Yung puso na pinuntahan natin yung kanina. Yun yun.
If my theory proves correct, this could mean that all the monsters here may be resonating with Durin's body. I fear this may have to do with the origin of these monsters' powers. Durin is no ordinary beast. Even though it is long dead, the entire mountain is still held enthralled by its corpse. The dragon's mysterious power may itself be a form of curse. We still don't have enough information. If we wish to understand more data is required. And this is where you come in.
Okay.
Guess story times become work time.
I have some research work that needs settling, so we will have to work separately for now. Let's meet up again near the broken bridge.
Okay, lama. May iba pang ganitong sword. Testing grounds. Huh.
Let's jam!
Stabilize.
Take this! Off we go!
I hammered another test up. Suffocate. Suffocate. Have a little taste. I got careless.
Take this!
Suffocate. Suffocate. Take two to go. Suffocate. Suffocate. I got careless. Have a little taste. Picked.
Salamat mga salamat. God bless. Mali.
Off we go!
Solidify. I got careless.
Gagawin ko na lang off cam ng mga ano. Para hindi sa oras natin. Story mo na tayo. Prepare ko lang.
Take this! Adventure time!
Solidify. That tingle.
When? When pa kayo tigil?
Have a little taste. Free. I got careless.
Take this!
I got careless. Jab and cross.
Power cord! Take this! Feel the beat!
Stabilize. I messed up.
Ba't bawal? Kalap pala itong ano. Off-cam ko na nga lang talaga gagawin itong ano. Testing ground.
Albedo, we're back! Oh, hey, does he have a guest over?
Yes, perhaps it is too soon to ask our greenhorns to come adventuring here. But adventure is nothing if it is not about pushing our limits. What is a journey without struggle, without excitement? This place may be infested with wicked hilichurl bandits and knee-deep snow, but an adventurer must never stop pressing forward.
Cyrus, to the point, please.
Come. The beauty of a chat lies in the journey, not the destination. Just like an adventure. Even if you are robbed blind and must give up on your encampment, you can start a fire and cook a meal in the frigid snow. This journey up the mountain will be an unforgettable one for all our newcomers.
Yes.
They may resent me, or even hate me. But in the future, they will think back upon this moment with hearts full of gratitude. For this was the day that the spirit of adventure was passed on to them.
Oh, yes. Go on.
Oh, brother, Albedo's at it again. He's always so cold when the topic doesn't catch his fancy. He sure is interested in you, though.
Still, should we say that our newcomers are too green, or that the mountain is too mighty? We have taken great losses this time.
What? What do you mean, great losses?
Oh, you must be.
Long time no see.
Ah, yes. The young adventurer and his companion. It is my pleasure to see you here. I trust these frigid ascents have not given you too much trouble?
Ha! We can take anything it has to throw at us.
Good. I love your confidence. But you must be here on some important duty, braving the wind and snow like this.
I came here to gather the latest data on hilichurls, and asked him to serve as my assistant.
Ah, I see. A gathering of people chasing their dreams and ideals, is it? Then I wish you all the best. Farewell for now. I must go see to our new recruits.
Looks like we've made a discovery. Well, it is a magical sword after all. It's understandable that he doesn't want other people to know about it.
I am listening, you know. There is no should or shouldn't here. I can answer your questions, but not right now. Right now, I have more pressing matters on hand.
Pressing matters? Let Paimon guess. We've got a part to play in it too, huh?
You're getting smarter, Paimon.
Hey! Paimon will have you know that she's always been smart.
I have discovered some new habitats nearby with different monster types. I believe they will provide us with similarly varied data.
Yung aso ko.
Perseverance is key to research, and persistence is the basis of the alchemist's art. So, are you ready? Then let us go.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory? Boats are made for transferring commodities back and forth. And those that come across Liyue tend to stay a while. So it is where many things come to settle. Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
Sa sobrang tagal mo nang hindi nag-stream Cedric Mordeno, hindi mo namalayan na mali yung skin na ginagamit mo. Ay. 130, that's good. Nakakahiya ka, Mordeno. Kinahihiya kita. Oh my god. I just can't.
Stabilize!
Take this!
It seems that no one is here.
Do monsters go out to run errands too?
Well then, would you like to take a look around before they return? Or shall we rest a while here? Alright. What would you like to ask?
So we're having a chat now? Paimon wants in.
I know you must have questions. Whether it be about me, or about this entire situation. As I said before, I will answer them. But I will not deceive you. There are some things I cannot go into detail on. On these matters, you'll have to permit me to summarize a bit.
Huh. Guess Albedo can be pretty straightforward when he wants to be. Uh-huh. What?
Abis Mitch ba yun?
Do you really think that's possible?
Dapat pa na Paimon. Nakasap ko si Paimon eh. Wala, 3 seconds pa. Okay, isa pa. Tututid na kayo. Hindi mo pala. Okay. Tututid na kayo.
What is it doing here? Ah! It's running off, and there's something in its hands!
That's not good. That was my sketchbook.
Hyman thinks it's just your run-of-the-mill thief, really.
To think that it dared to steal my sketchbook. Quite bold, this one.
Looks like Albedo's got a frosty temper.
We must get the book back. It has my notes and sketches in it.
Gotta hurry up before it gets too far away.
Whoa.
Take this!
Solidify! Stabilize!
Adventure time!
Okay, ba't may plus thinking? Blue pala, blue pala.
Looks like it's a dead end. You know, except for this huge cavern entrance.
Judging from the tracks, that seems to be the case.
Then what are we waiting for? We can't let it escape.
Wait. This mountain is incredibly large. Even if there was a path within its bowels, such a road would not be easy to walk. Can you feel it? The wind carries the scent of ice and stone with it, and the sound of echoes. The space within must be massive.
Really?
As such, rash moves are of no benefit to us.
But we've come all this way. We can't just let it leave.
It is, but that doesn't mean that we should act recklessly. There is another way. It just requires some extra work. If my guess is correct, this cavern's exit is on the other side of the mountain. You are quite the expert glider, and I am a fair hand myself. So, prepare yourself, and we'll glide across in one go.
Ito, may amber dito. Ay, ano? Oops, ano? Katay. Abot ba? Patay tayo doon, yung mga bot. Laban ko lang natin. Kaya ko yun. Sige. 2,000. Dapat crit damage ko dito 5k. Mas artificial.
Stabilize. Yeah.
Ah. Dito mo nga. Tayo maglakad.
Solidify.
Power cord! Take this! Take this! Amp it up! Get out of here! Take cover! Back at you! Power cord!
Yep.
That's our sketchbook! And it was on the head honcho, as expected.
There's been some damage. I need to head back to see if there's anything I can salvage.
Wow. Albedo looked like he was in quite a hurry. Guess those who can't appreciate art shouldn't be able to handle it, huh? Albedo, how's the sketchbook situation?
It's alright. A few pages were destroyed, but most of it is intact.
Right.
The temperature in the snowy mountain is sub-zero. It can reach extremely low temperatures, especially near that cavern. What makes matters worse is that the hilly churls have drooled all over the pages. To leave wet paper in such low temperatures, it's too dreadful to imagine.
Frozen paper is so brittle. It doesn't take much for it to fall apart, huh? No wonder you're an alchemist. Such an ingenious mind. If the sketchbook had been severely damaged,
What leads you to believe that?
Ay, sorry.
you told us there's a lot of drawings and notes inside.
I must admit, I bring this sketchbook everywhere I go. However, I wouldn't fly into a rage over such a thing. Had I not been able to salvage it, I would just draw everything again.
Wow.
Huh. How pragmatic of you.
Is that so?
That's right. Yep. Absolutely. All well said. You took the words out of Paimon's mouth.
You're right. Redrawing everything would be a tedious endeavor.
Especially since you're so talented, right? You've mastered so many skills and gathered so much knowledge that other people can only dream of. But such talented people sometimes forget about that. It's one of the downsides of being smart, isn't it?
Without a doubt, Paimon is an interesting creature.
Aw, don't put Paimon on the spot when it comes to wisdom.
Changing the subject, Cyrus told me that the hilly trolls from this mountain attack and rob adventurers. The place we visited should be one of their camps.
Yeah, the hilichurls here are way stronger than the ones at the bottom of the mountain.
I can't disagree. I assume this must be related to the dragon. The corruptive power emanating from Durin's remains is making the monsters stronger, which, in tandem with the frigid climate, depopulated some mountain areas. Can you take out the sword, traveler? Each time you fought in the mountains, this sword was absorbing power and storing it within itself. Moreover, thanks to your purification, the corruptive power of the dragon's blood seems to be all gone now. It's a very interesting phenomenon.
It's not the first time we've done something like that. We're experts.
I always wondered what purification was capable of. I knew you were capable of doing it, but seeing it with my own eyes is a unique experience. Indeed, I can't say it's the safest of weapons.
Lucky that it wasn't snatched away by those hilichurls. Otherwise, we'd be done for. Hilichurls are a threat too. What if that power could turn them into super, no, ultra hilichurls, ultra demon hilichurls? No, man. Now you've ruined the game. Anyway, about the sword. If it's so powerful, can't it absorb your energy as well, Albedo?
Would you like to try it out?
Yikes! Such a cold gaze!
It's fine. After all, I still hope you'll continue to use this sword.
You still trust us? Even though this sword is so dangerous? Well, that was unexpected. Albedo, you say one thing but do another. Paimon can never tell what's really on your mind.
I have no idea what you're talking about. But if you want to know why I trust you, it might be because the unusual ones like us share a certain degree of understanding. Lonely individuals. Those who aren't like ordinary people. Just like, you and me.
Dun, 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 dun. Who you? What are you? May isa pa. Akfor. Akfor. It doesn't want essence. It want essence. Dalawa. Mukhang pahihirapan tayo nito. May sunshine stone.
Every journey has its final day. Don't rush.
Every journey has its final stage. Event shop. 130 tayo. Kailangan ko to. Kasi mas gusto ko to. Pinangamatay. Sword. Weapon. Lang to. Red. Event shop. Isa lang. Lahat dito. Warm essence. Festering Dragon Marrow. Para saan to? Refinement material. Bukas pa to. Bukas pa. Ito. Pack 1, 2, 3. Bukas pa to. Okay. Ito, ano ba to? 60 line. What's in this one? 2, 3. Ah, tapos na pala eh. Godly. Godly. Ako na magpa-farm ng mga levitate. Hindi ko na kayo sasama. Off cam tayo. What 60 chest? What?
Does Manthus wine taste the same as I remember?
But where are those who shares the memories? Gawin natin yung mission ni 20 mga lord gigs, tapos na tayo. Babawi tayo dito sa Dragonspine. Hindi na tayo marunong mag-stream. Kaya grabe talaga Morden.
Hey, look over there! She's all by herself. Because she's acting as if she's talking and laughing with somebody else. Paimon's creeped out. What? You mean you used to act like that too? So is this an invisible friend who hangs out with you sometimes? Or do they just exist in your imagination? Imagination. Oh, you must mean imagined friend, right? Why didn't you just say so?
Imaginary friend.
So, this imaginary friend of yours, when does Paimon get to meet them? Seriously? So, imaginary friends just disappear when you grow up? Oh, Paimon was looking forward to meeting yours. Hey, don't suppose your sister has an imaginary friend too? No way! You guys are so lucky!
Napakatanda mo na si
Because they have this game in Liyue. Have you heard of it? It's a 4-player game, but it seems you guys could play it with just the 2 of you.
Oh, Traveler. Fancy meeting you here.
Tone-deaf bard. What are you doing here?
I'm here because Lisa has been making some exciting new contraptions.
Why does the thought of Lisa's contraptions make Paimon so nervous?
Come now, that's no way to speak about the elegant Miss Lisa. For this particular contraption, Lisa had to import some dangerous materials from Sumeru.
Dangerous?
That's right. Looks like a monocle, but actually it's called a Nernama detector. Sadly, Lisa isn't able to use it herself, so I'm borrowing it for a while. And also, I'm testing it out for her, to see if it actually works.
Huh? Why can't Lisa use it?
Perhaps it's because she lacks a certain childlike sense of wonder. Or maybe there's some other reason for it. If you want to know for sure, just ask her yourself sometime.
So, you can see them? Go on, tell us. What does his imaginary friend look like?
That would be telling. Anyway, it's all yours now, Traveler. Take a look. See if you can see Nora's imaginary friend.
Huh.
Do you see him? Do you see him?
So it does work for you two.
Paimon wants to see? Wait, but this gizmo isn't in Paimon's size. Alright then, you'll just have to be Paimon's eyes on the ground. Let's go see what everyone's imaginary friends look like.
That is a weird quest.
Flora from the flower shop always seems kinda floaty-headed, you know? Paimon bets she has an imaginary friend.
Wow. Bawi tayo.
We grew up together, after all. There it is! Behold, a floaty imaginary friend for floaty-headed Flora! A bloaty floaty!
Wait, imaginary friends can be plants now?
Hi, Traveler. Hi, Bard. Sure. How can I help? Oh, you mean Mr. Floaty? Most people can't see him. Mr. Floaty is my bestest friend. We grew up together.
No fair. Paimon hates feeling left out.
Flora, why exactly are you friends with a bloaty floaty?
What's wrong with it? I always wanted to be friends with a plant who could fly.
Friends with a flying plant?
Because then when it's windy, you and your friend can fly off into the sky together. You gotta admit that's pretty cool.
Isn't that called being blown away?
That's what some people like to call it. I only found out this plant existed from an explorer who told me stories of his adventures. I think his name was Stanley. Stanley's an adventurer. And you could tell he's an expert at it from the stories he tells. The amazing adventures of Stanley are super famous in Mondstadt. He's in the city at the moment. You should go ask him to tell you some of his stories.
That sounds like a fun idea for next time. But right now we have other things to attend to.
Flora's a pretty mysterious kid.
Sinabi mo pa.
Which child shall we interrogate next?
Paimon's thinking. Oh, how about that little guy on the bridge?
Timmy? Ah, wait, si Timmy ba?
Behold,
The princess dapat asal lang. Foul. Apastos. Huh?
No way!
Well, that is unexpected.
Timmy's imaginary friend is a ruin guard? Paimon's freaking out right now. That thing is sure to attack us.
What say you we postpone our conversation with Timmy for the time being?
Huh? Paimon has a favorite line? Seriously? Oh, alright then. How about we explore the area ahead of us later? Children are more open-minded. Is that why they can think up all kinds of imaginary friends?
Mga aspiration, pangit. Ito nga, pilis.
This is how...
Lumulubog sa ulo pa rin.
anything the knights can do for you?
Huh. Ba't nga?
The thing about wine is, you have to drink it at the tavern, or you miss out on half the fun.
Seems to me you'd find some way of keeping yourself amused even if you drank alone.
If I didn't know any better, I would say you're being deliberately uncivil.
Just drink responsibly on my premises, okay?
Oh, and if I did have one too many, what then? You'd throw me out along with the trash, is that it?
Throw you out?
You know, the same way you threw out Father's legacy. You sold off his mansion, or maybe you've forgotten.
I see no reason to cling to things that have outlived their purpose.
Is that so? Then I trust you were most swift indeed to part with a certain vase?
Sorry, I have no recollection.
Me? No. I don't imagine any friends. Too busy imagining epic adventures.
Seems our suspicions were right. Grown-ups don't appear to have imaginary friends.
Like I said, a lack of childlike wonder.
So people just stop dreaming when they grow up? Okay, well, Paimon for one never wants to grow up.
This raises an interesting question. At what age exactly do people's imaginary friends disappear? Let's go and check. How about Ellen? Someone of her age surely must have some imagination left, don't you think?
Sino si Ellen?
Uh-oh. Somehow, Paimon finds the idea of not being able to see Ellen's imaginary friend kinda scary.
Gusto maglakad siya. Ang bilis tumakbo niya. Hindi, lumangoy pala sa lupa. Mauna lang malakte. Hey. Huh.
Jean? What is Jean doing here? Is Master Jean Ellen's imaginary friend? Yeah, she's so conscientious. It's terrifying.
Huh? Oh, hello. What are you guys doing?
Are you always training here?
You bet. Today, I heard Stanley talking about his adventures. It was incredible. It got me really pumped up. I hope I can be as outstanding as him one day.
So that you can fight shoulder to shoulder with Master Jean?
I mean, obviously I want to become a knight. And if I got to go on an adventure with Jean herself, well, even better.
Seems Ellen really looks up to Jean.
Huh, thanks. I was thinking, it's not every day I get to hang out with the honorary knight. Would you join me for some sword training?
Okay.
How can I smash all these training dummies at once?
Alam ko na kung paano. Mali. Paano nga ba? Watch and learn. Watch and learn.
So that's how to do it. I'm impressed.
Watch and learn lang.
Oh, thank you. It's clear I still have a long way to go in my training.
So modest. I, for one, think you're quite the pro at this already.
Well, I'm exhausted from training, so clearly my fitness needs some work. One day, though, I'll smash all the training dummies in Mondstadt.
Ellen, she's our girl. If she can't do it, Hilly Churl.
Thanks. Shoot, I got so caught up here I forgot there's something I was supposed to do today. Ugh, but I'm so sore from training. I can hardly move. Honorary Knight, could you deliver a message to Jack for me? He's a friend of mine, recently started as an adventurer. We were gonna meet up tonight and discuss adventure plans. Could you let him know it'll have to be another day? If I'm not mistaken, you should find him at the Temple of the Lion. He's adventuring with Stanley today. Stanley's a truly legendary adventurer, renowned in all of Mondstadt. He once set foot in the Mare Javari. Great! Thank you so much.
Okay. Temple of the Lion. Layo. Ah. May ulit na quest? Sa mga... Wait, what? Animal.
I want to help.
Lang may bakit kung walang cryo sa party mo, mahalaga may Zhongli.
The Temple of the Lion? We explored this place once before, didn't we? During the Storm Terror incident. Seems like it's now a hot spot for adventurers. That can only mean one thing. We didn't bag all the loot last time!
Tatlo yan eh.
Here we go. Yahoo!
like we can't go any further.
Not to worry, allow me. Those who wander in the dust, the wind shall send soaring sky high.
Huh.
Here we go.
Ang ginagawa mo. Paano kaya? Sabay natin ultimate defensive at yun na. Look cross.
Brace yourself. Here we go.
Gather!
Yahoo! Brace yourself. Yahoo!
Absorption test.
Dito.
Enhanced animal module 75.
Think you can get away? Here we go.
Nakakatawa si Benty. Sana nakuha ko si Benty noon.
Hey, are those guys? What?
Teamwork is dreamwork.
Solidify!
Absorption test.
How rude.
Gather!
Here we go.
Stand clear. Stand clear. Animal hypostasis emulation.
Think you can get away? Brace yourself. Yeah.
Gusto mo ganun ng ano niya.
Let's play.
Bata talaga si Benty.
Brace yourself.
I was so sure.
To be fair, that could have gone either way. So, you must be Jack the Adventurer, I assume?
Yes. Who are you?
Actually, we came looking for you.
Ellen has a message for you. She said she won't be able to join you today to plan out your next adventure together. She'll join you some other time.
Oh, I see. I feel bad you had to come all this way to find me, and then had to rescue me.
Huh? I don't see what all the fuss is about. It was nothing that I, Stanley, couldn't have dealt with by myself.
Whoa! You are Stanley? You are that legendary adventurer? Renowned in all of Mondstadt? Who once set foot in the Mare Javari?
The very same.
I must say, it's an honor to meet one as legendary as yourself. Well then, how would everyone like to proceed? Head back or head further inside?
Well, I think you're now in the safe hands of Stanley, the great explorer and legend of Mondstadt. In which case, why head back now?
Okay, motion passed by unanimous consent. Let's head further in.
So, I'm guessing you mostly came here because you want to hear my adventure stories. Am I right?
No, we really were just looking for Jack.
What? Do you know who I am? I am Stanley, renowned adventurer of Mondstadt.
Yeah, I think we got that.
Well, your attitude says you don't got it. I am Stanley, the living legend. Stanley who braved the Mare Javari.
Enough already! Ugh. Stop name-dropping yourself every time you open your mouth!
It's true, though. Stanley is the most amazing guy.
Well, Jack will listen, won't you? Where was I?
You and your partner reached the Mare Javari, a famously terrifying place with not a wisp of wind.
Precisely! There was a deathly silence in the air. A sea of ashes stretched out before us. As far as the eye could see, the Mare Javari. Suddenly, my partner was caught in a whirlpool whipped up by an evil beast. Luckily, I managed to grab hold of him just in time.
Wow. So, did he make it?
Brace yourself.
Exactly. I alone would not such a well as me. Gentle breeze carried away the tears welling up in my eyes.
Poor guy. How could that happen?
Jack, you can't cry so easily if you want to be a great adventurer.
I know. Because an adventurer's proudest achievement is to die in the course of their final adventure. But whatever happens, no adventurer should ever die in a place where the wind doesn't blow. The wind has to bring your spirit back to Mondstadt.
No, that's right. Die in a place where the wind blows. Have your spirit carried back to Mondstadt on the wind.
Yeah. Although, the most I can aspire to right now is beginner's commissions, like clearing out the slime clogging up the sewers.
You shouldn't die in a place with no wind.
Brace yourself.
Why do they keep going on about that? Is that why Stanley thinks the Mare Javari is the most terrifying place in the world? Because there's no wind there?
Gather!
Brace yourself. Brace yourself. Think you can get away?
Oh, papa.
Stabilize!
Traveler, I believe I've made a small discovery. Could I ask you to use the Nernama detector one?
What? Stanley has an imaginary friend?
It seems his imaginary friend is a seasoned warrior, covered in scars from head to foot, and a look of staunch determination on his face. You're saying his imaginary friend is an idealized version of his own self? Interesting idea, but is it true?
Please excuse me. I'll be leaving now.
Bye, Stanley. Do you two still have time to spare?
What is it?
A few days ago, Stanley got drunk and told me a secret. Something he's never told anyone before. The weapons he took on his adventure all those years ago. They were none other than those once wielded by Mondstadt's greatest hero, Vanessa herself. The Sword of I don't know whether you believe me, but apparently, both the sword and shield are still right here. Since you guys are the experts at this, can you come with me to try and retrieve these two legendary weapons? I don't know, if I can right now, so I can't bring my...
Aw, poor Jack. Let's help him out. Venti, you coming too?
I don't know.
Oh, one other thing. I have a bottle of rare vintage wine that I had someone fetch for me a couple years ago. Help me find these weapons, and it's all yours.
Dadaupa Gorge, was it? Let's hurry. There's no time to lose.
Diyos na ano. Animo. Lasing Gale. Real Tiger. Mamatay character sa'yo. Ay, sus. Dadaupa Gorge.
Stand clear.
Mamatay na si ano. Cross. Official tayo.
The threads of your fate lie in my hands.
Crumble!
That bunch of hill churls. Are they holding some kind of ceremony? And what's with that pile of knickknacks? Are they worshipping them?
Seems so. That must be the Sword of Brilliant Valor, surely.
Oz, reveal thyself!
Huh.
Solidify! Stabilize!
Shadow Raven, let night fall!
Lo and behold, the Sword of Brilliant Valor.
Are you sure? Looks kinda basic to Paimon, and a little worse for wear, too. Why would hilly trolls be bowing down before a piece of junk like this?
Seems somebody tossed an old sword into a pile of spoils these hilly trolls were already celebrating.
This is in terrible shape, and it's so basic, I'm at a loss for words.
Say, Jack, have you ever seen an Anemo crystal fly? They're found in the open country around Mondstadt City. If you saw one in broad daylight, you wouldn't bat an eyelid. But in the pitch blackness of night, its brilliant glow is mesmerizing. It truly resembles an exquisite crystal dancing in the night air. Is valor not the same? When everything is going your way, it seems meaningless. Fades into the background. But when you're in dire straits, Valor is the thing that gets you fired up and fighting back. It's the brilliant ray of light that guides you out from the darkness.
You're right. You're right. Then this has to be it. This is the Sword of Brilliant Valor.
So, we got our sword. Now we just need that shield.
Huh.
Let's scout around. It's definitely in Daruopa Gorge, so... huh?
There's somebody there.
Stanley? What's he doing here?
He's acting so weird.
What happened? Why did you stop all of a sudden?
Huh? Oh, it's nothing. Just one of those Mora spouting weasel thieves passed by is all.
What? Where? I want to see.
Maybe another time. We have a shield to find, remember?
Bilis magsalita ni Benty eh. Never into the forest.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lo and behold, the shield of magnificent honor.
Liar, pants on fire. It's a chunk of wood. A chunk of scrap wood with the handle attached. Who in their right mind would use this as a shield?
There's also wine stains on it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this was just taken from a wine barrel.
And yet, my bard's intuition tells me that this is none other than the shield of magnificent honor. Warriors wear their battle scars with pride, and shields are no different. Surely an intact shield is one that has shied away from the battlefield. Is not the broken and splintered shield the one that has fought in countless wars and lived to tell the tale? Though the soldier's body be tired and torn, still they fight till the very end, till they have no blood left to bleed. Such magnificent strength of will. Is that not the true meaning of honor?
You do have a point. Shiny new shields don't stay new and shiny for long. Okay then. Well, maybe if we ask nicely, he'll just let us take the Shield of Magnificent Honor for free.
Oh.
Ahem. Excuse me, Mr. Hilly Churro? Well, okay. You take it from here. Hope you've picked up some Hilly Churlium by now. If seems cheerful enough. Maybe negotiating will work after all. Uh-oh. He did not seem to appreciate that. Uh-oh. He did... Oh no. We ticked him off big time.
Stabilize.
Take this!
Hey! He dropped the Shield of Magnificent Honor and ran!
Guys, thank you so much. I can't believe I actually found them. Mom, Dad, check out the legendary weapons I found.
Hey, wait! The wine, you promised! I actually helped a lot this time. What are you doing here, Stanley? Out for a stroll?
Hey, what are you doing here, Bard? Fancy that, huh? You, out for a stroll too?
Oh, that's right. An after-dinner stroll, to be precise. We were also helping a friend look for something.
Paimon's starting to think Stanley might be a fraud. Did Stanley plant the sword and shield here in advance so as to not hurt share Jack's feelings?
Adventurers must be pretty familiar with Dadaupa Gorge. You've fought battles here before, after all.
You better believe it. I can navigate this whole area with my eyes closed.
Wow. Then I admire your perseverance. And your memory, too.
It's only to be expected of a great adventurer like me. You guys had better watch out, though. This place is crawling with Hilichurl. I'll get back to my, stroll now. Goodbye.
Guilty conscience much?
Well, he shouldn't have gotten so carried away bragging to Jack, should he? Although, on further reflection, I must say I'm intrigued. Someone who can't let go of the past and gives up on the present instead. I wonder, if such a person was forced to take their first step towards the future, which way would they go?
What are you talking about?
I'm just musing to myself. Anyway, I propose we take a trip to Angel's Share tonight.
Saan yan? Dadaupa Gorge. Sa tavern. Teleport. Hi! Tatapos na rin.
This is
This is destiny.
Come in, take a seat.
Come in, take a seat. Look.
You know, I'm glad I actually had the chance to come down here today. The tavern isn't overcrowded, and I couldn't be in a better mood.
Tell me, Stan. Tell me, what should I do?
Huh? Why does he keep repeating his own name?
Surely not. Even I've never heard tell of a second Stanley.
Oh, Stanley. It should have been me. I should have been the one to die in the Meljabari that day. Why won't your spirit come and stop me from using your name? Why? Why? If only you hadn't had to save a rookie like me, you would have never died in that windless corner of the world. You were a renowned adventurer, destined to become a legend one day. But now, that'll never happen, because your life was cut short, and all because of a worthless tagamo.
Does anyone get what's going on here?
I think our friend really did make it to the Merjavari. And I think the tragedy he encountered there was real too. But the real adventurer, the real Stanley, that was his partner, not him. The real Stanley is the one who died to save our Stanley.
Wait, so the only reason our Stanley is called Stanley in the first place is because he stole the other Stanley's name?
I fear that may be the case.
Stanley, for so many years I've lived in fear. Fear that Mondstadt will forget all about you. So I tell your adventure stories at every opportunity. Mondstadt must remember. Stanley reached the center of the Madribari. He's the greatest adventurer there ever was, and he lives on. Stanley will never die, because I am Stanley. I am Stanley. I'm sorry, Stanley. Getting too old. Are you guys planning on eavesdropping much longer?
Huli ka.
Yikes! We're busted!
Ini dyan. Hindi rin dyan.
Go away. Save your questions. Just leave me in peace.
But...
Leave now. Don't make me tell you again.
Honorary Knight, Venti, and Paimon. I'm so glad you guys are here. I've been looking for you everywhere. I wanted to thank you again for helping me find the sword and shield. My parents are finally supporting me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really. They even said they're gonna pay for someone to fix up the Sword of Brilliant Valor and Shield of Magnificent Honor for me, so I can take them out on the road.
That's wonderful! So, Jack, is this the part where you bid farewell to Mondstadt and set off on your intrepid trip traversing Teyvat?
No, not yet. I still don't have what it takes to go too far from home just yet. Besides, I'm sure Stanley still has a few stories left to tell. They're what inspired me to become an adventurer in the first place. Stanley, Oh, you're drunk again. We'll see you tomorrow then. After your hangover wears off. Maybe you can tell me some more of your stories?
Stanley's really fond of that kid, don't you think?
Jack. Jack.
Jack left.
Oh, I see. Well, thank you for not telling him about my secret.
Huh? All of a sudden you're facing the facts? That isn't like you.
Just now, I couldn't bear to look at him. His adventurous spirit is so pure, unblemished. Just a weary old feckless fraud. But that kid is a brand new shining star, full of potential. I cannot allow his dreams to be crushed.
You're not a total fraud. Stanley's adventure stories and experiences. They're all true, aren't they?
Stories? Experiences? What's the point of them anymore? To be honest, my memories of adventuring and of Stanley, they're hazy these days. That's my biggest secret of all, and my biggest fear. All these years, I've been living to tell his story. But his personality and the details of his life, I don't remember them clearly anymore. But the one thing I can never forget is that he died in a windless land, where his spirit can never be recovered.
Exactly. Even in his memory, the real Stanley isn't the living, breathing friend he knew at all. Instead, he's become fixed on the image of him as that battle-scarred warrior. And that image has held him captive his entire life.
I'm too old. I never let go. But still, so much has slipped away. I'm completely and utterly worthless. No adventurer should have to go that way. No adventurer ever.
Hans Archibald.
My true name? How did you know? The wind. I can hear the wind blowing in the Mare Javari. I always believed you existed.
Will you hand me your old friend's spirit?
Huh? I can't believe it. Thank you all. And thank you, Lord Barbados. I'm sorry. It's gonna take me some time to calm back down, but I think that I'm gonna be okay.
Ah, wonderful! Stanley reconnected with his true self and Jack can finally go his own way. This calls for a celebration. And by celebration, I do, of course, mean libation.
And by libation, you mean you're not leaving this tavern till you're too drunk to walk, right?
No, the wine here's too expensive. Jack still owes me some wine, though. He promised me a rare vintage in exchange for helping him out, remember? I'll head off to fetch the wine. See you shortly. Let's meet at the usual place.
Okay.
Huh? Where's that supposed to be? Why has Paimon never heard of it? Hey, Tone Deaf Bard! Oh, hey!
Statue of the Wind Guys.
Stanley, so many years after the fact. It's not even his friend himself that holds him back anymore. But I, for one, am confident that the people of Mondstadt will...
Gusto ko bumili ng alak. Ayaw mo pabili ng alak. May problema yata si Dilok na yun. Ha, magagabi na. Tara na. Tagal. Marami pa akong gagawin, mga cakes. Sa statue. Nag-aalaga pa ako aso.
Quake!
Dun sa kamay. Ano ba yan? 20 naman eh. Pakatin mo pa ako dyan. Wala akong nakuha maganda dito pag nag-wish ako. Huwag nila lang. Ay, 20. No! No, 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 no! 20. Gusto ko rin makupo. Gawa ka.
You made it. Finally.
Just tell us where you meet next time, okay? We looked everywhere. So, did you at least manage to find your wine?
Yep. Well, sort of. Jack made it out to be a rare collector's edition vintage, when actually it's just a half bottle of regular cider. This takes me back. The first time I saw this view, I hadn't even taken on this form yet. It was about 2,600 years ago, before the world had come under the rule of the Seven. At that time, old Mondstadt was ruled by a tyrant, who sealed off the city's perimeter with a ferocious hurricane. Even the birds couldn't get in or out.
Old Mondstadt? Oh, Paimon remembers! Nowadays it's known as Storm Terror's lair, right? You mentioned it before.
That's right. The Tyrant of the Winds who once ruled from that tower was Decarabian, god of storms. Back then, I was but a wisp among the thousand winds. I wasn't a god of anything. I didn't even have a human form. I was just a tiny elemental being who lived in the wind. A gentle breeze bringing subtle changes for the better. Or tiny seeds of hope.
A tiny elemental being? Without a human form? Then do you mean you used to look different than you do now?
Yep. My current form is not so different from the situation with fake Stanley. I took the form of a friend. In old Mondstadt transpired the story to be told, where a tyrant ruled. I met a boy, not that old. The lyre he played, and for a song he sought. But storm walls blocked blue sky. He was sincerely distraught. I do so wish to see the birds in flight, said he, his strong eyes filling with light. But his voice was lost in the howling wind's churn, for the whirlwind takes and gives not in return. The true sky and songs that cageless soar, are they not wishes worth fighting for? So the boy turned, extending his hand. Let us cast down the tyrant and his walls from this land. The young boy raised then the flag of revolt, and I threw myself into freedom's tumult. Victorious were we who fought to be free. Gods fell, winds whipped, nations shook violently. In the smoke, a despot met his doom. and we watched as his great tower fell none too soon. Mondstadt began anew, the story passed down, and since then never has another worn its crown.
So then what? What happened to your friend?
Say, Paimon, do you wish to hear the next part of the story?
Yes, of course! The suspense is killing Paimon! But Venti's telling his story! What makes you suddenly want to have a meat feast?
Getting a little peckish or something.
Paimon's had it up to here with you!
You know, you're so smart it almost makes me uncomfortable sometimes. But then, maybe it's right that true friends can tell what the other is thinking. A refreshing drink, a gentle breeze. Moments like this always take me back. Back to a song that I first heard from him. Fly, fly away. Like a bird in the sky. See the world on my behalf. To the heavens may you fly.
Bye, Bendy. Ah, hindi. Alam ko na. Huh. Lulu.
Crumble!
Benty. Ano, manonood kami ni Benty. Ano ba yan? Tawa. Why naman ganon, Lord? Huwag ganon. Manonood na lang kami ni Benty. Tita Ning.
Don't disappoint me.
Hah, bastos. Bye mga Lodi Cake. Level 3.